No. All right. So, Steve, you've been with us for almost 3 years now.
First of all, hi, John.
Good to see you.
What RouteGenie's done for us is allow us to scale.
We're providing 1.5 million rides a month through RouteGenie.
Inside a lamp where wishes come true. RouteGenie's here to show you what you need to do. NEMT insights, we got the key. Unlock the journey with RouteGenie.
Welcome to Inside the Lamp, your go-to podcast for everything NEMT and RouteGenie software. Let's get moving.
Good. Showtime? All right.
Oh, we're good.
All right. We are live. All right. So, Steve, you've been with us for almost 3 years now.
First of all, hi, John.
Good to see you. It's always
Happy to be here.
It's one of my favorite things about these things is you get to come, you get to learn about new things happening in the industry, but you get to see your friends too. And,
yeah.
That's the best part about
100%.
it.
Yep.
It only happens, once a year. So
yep.
It's very exciting. So you've been with us for almost 3 years now.
3.5 years.
It's been that long.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And so how has RouteGenie transformed your business over the course of the time that you've been with us?
It's been beautiful. And honestly, it wasn't always easy in the very beginning, because I don't think changing over any software is ever something that anyone ever looks forward to. But you guys were amazing. You were with us the whole way. I mean, you came out personally when we had some things that had to be reconfigured or whatever. And you came out and spent your own time, your own money to come out and retrain us and get everything up to speed. I don't think we could have ever asked for anything more. And then from then on, it's been what RouteGenie's done for us is allow us to scale. We were stuck in a world where we had a certain amount of bands. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was 8 or 10 bands or something. And now we're at 30. And we could not have done that on our old software platform. So, I mean, we're very grateful for it. It's helped us immensely. It's such a valuable tool. And now we're really getting in our kind of next generation, and the movement that we're headed in is to kind of create this managed transportation model where we're actually pulling so much data out of RouteGenie and using that for the benefit of the clients so that they can better manage their transport. Now we want to pull their vehicles into RouteGenie and us manage their vehicles for them, put all the best practices in place. So there's so much potential. And honestly, we couldn't have done it without you guys.
We're glad we can help. And those stories are my favorite, especially when we're helping providers scale, and especially providers like you that are so important for care in the community. You guys do so much in your community for the people that need it the most with what you do and the types of rides that you provide. That's kind of what, that's what drives us, right? Is we don't get to see it at the same level you do. You guys get to interact with your passengers, and we're providing 1.5 million rides a month through RouteGenie, which is it's really awesome to think about. That's 1 million people that get to go to their appointments because we're able to help make that. So it's really one of the most rewarding things about what we do.
So how have you grown over that same 3.5 year period? What were you doing 3.5 years ago?
It's been quite a journey, to say the least. We've learned a lot about both implementation. You mentioned I came out to help and kind of right the ship there. We learned a lot about how to onboard customers and learn best practices there. We're only a 6-7 year old company, right? So it's that's very young in the grand scheme of things. So we have had a short amount of time to learn a lot, and we've really taken on a lot of new journeys, a lot of new tasks, a lot of challenges, and been able to meet our customers' needs along the way, which is really exciting. But being able to learn and deliver continuously has been our biggest asset, and adapt to the growing needs of the market and the changes in the needs of the market, both from an implementation standpoint, and then also when it comes to product and product offerings with our RouteGenie growth offering that we launched in 2022, being able to get something for the smaller providers that need help to get started. That was a big change for the market and a big change for us, and how we support customers has been a big evolving practice for us. It's been something we learned new ways to support our customers and better support our customers every day. And here at Inside the Lamp, we're actually going to learn a lot about some new things we're doing to support customers. So stay tuned for that. but it's an ever-growing journey, especially in software. There's always new things coming, so it's important to never get complacent, right, and always adapt.
I just think that our relationship with RouteGenie is a lot like the relationships that we want to have with all of our clients, and we really strive hard. I look at us serving the community, and ultimately it's all about the passenger. But that passenger often starts with a client, and it might be a skilled nursing home or it might be a hospital. And to us, it's always about nurturing that partnership. And I think our relationship with RouteGenie is a partnership. It's not always perfect. No partnership is ever perfect, but we always have an end goal in mind. We work through problems, and I don't think it's not fair to expect more than that. We're not perfect at what we do. We try every day to be perfect, but we're in transport and logistics. Things go wrong occasionally. And I think what we found with all of our clients, they love our commitment to that service level and that commitment to a partnership, so that even when things go wrong, they trust us to fix it. And that's how I feel about our relationship with RouteGenie. It's really been a great move for us.
We're glad you feel that way, because that's exactly what we strive for, right? Is that we're not going to be perfect in the software world, just like transportation. It by far never perfect. I mean, I always reference, Facebook went down for a day a couple days ago. If a company that size is going down for an entire day, imagine how hard it is for us to deliver the uptime that we deliver. So, nothing's ever perfect, but we always want it to be. And if it's not, we hope that you trust that we're going to take care of it quickly.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
we do that. And the only way to do that is to deliver, right? And show that we care, and to have a commitment to our customers, the same way that you do with your company. So we're glad that you feel that, and we hope that all of our customers feel that way.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's made a huge difference. And you can tell, obviously, you've grown 1 million plus rides a day, and we have too.
A month. Make sure we don't want to mislead it. Million a day someday. It's coming.
That's great.
It's awesome.
That's fantastic.
It's a really cool feeling to look at that number every month, and that number of people got to their appointment because we helped. It's really cool.
And I think the other thing that I always think about, when we got into it, we started our business in 2016. We started doing rides in January 17. So back in those days, a lot of our competition, they were literally given their drivers sheets of paper to do rides. And you think how much technology's changed this industry. That's just over, 9 years. And as much as it's changed over a 9-year period, what we've seen happening over the last 1 year with AI is a whole new adventure. And so I don't know how you guys can keep up with it. I struggle keeping up with it, but it's really, there's a lot of really cool stuff happening.
Yeah, the changes, tonight at the event, we're going to look at the changes we made in the last year. And tomorrow we're going to look at the next year's changes. And we're just getting started. It's going to be there's some really cool, exciting stuff that we're talking about. There's some really cool, exciting stuff that we haven't even totally vetted out yet, but the change is so rapid. So AI, especially what you mentioned, is going to be a game changer in almost every industry, really. But I think especially in NEMT, I think there's going to be some really cool things that we'll be able to do for you.
And I think the other thing is, again, it comes back to the best practices. The reason we're all here and the reason we're attending NEMTAC, over the next couple of days as well, is because we're totally committed to the industry and to doing it right. And so AI is helping you learn from all the mistakes over the last 8-9 years. And it's regurgitating, all the best practices that we've all learned, you on the software side, us on the provider side, and building those best practices and really helping and combined with NEMTAC and the accreditation programs that they offer. I think it's very promising for the industry. We've noticed that when we got into the business, there were so many providers who were volume. And we wanted to come into the industry with a quality-based approach. So we've always said quality over quantity, value over volume. And that's been our model from day one, and we're not going to change that. But I think all of that goes to support best practice providers who are committed to customer service, being on time every time. So AI is huge. It's a big advantage for folks like us who want to take advantage of that kind of next generation model.
Absolutely. You mentioned NEMTAC and accreditation. Let's kind of shift gears, talk about the NEMTAC conference a little bit, and then I want to talk about Inside the Lamp too. But NEMTAC, you've been coming to NEMTAC really since day one, I think, since the first conference. What are your biggest takeaways from NEMTAC? Or let's talk to the providers a little bit. Why should they be coming to NEMTAC every year?
Well, I just touched on best practices. I mean, I think that's the great thing. The camaraderie within the industry, the fact that we get to meet so many new providers and veteran providers and share best practices with each other to try to improve the industry. We got into it. We started our business up, and our tagline was, I forget exactly what it was, but along the lines of our mission is to improve transportation for the mobility challenged in St. Louis. And I think anyone you talk to in St. Louis will tell you that we've done that these days, and our clients love us, the hospitals love us, skilled nursing homes love us, the patients love us, and their families do. Now it's time to take those best practices outside of St. Louis, replicate what we're doing with other providers, not necessarily me. I'm not really looking, I'm getting on the older end of the scale, so I'm not really looking to start up in other cities, but I would love to help educate people to do what we've been able to do in St. Louis, replicate those best practices, and take that private pay model out to other markets and improve the service.
Yeah, I know. So I know partner with a lot of other providers sharing best practices outside of the NEMTAC conference, and I think you guys have added to that group a little bit actually through meeting people through us and through the conference, and kind of grown the group and the folks that are able to share those best practices with each other.
Yeah, and again, it's all about meeting great people, like-minded people with commitments to the industry and commitments to the patients and the clients that we serve. So yeah, there's a group of us. We've formed a kind of a management group between us. I think there's 9 of us in 9 companies in that group now, and 7 or maybe even 8. I'm sure we're going to find out some more over the next few days who else has been accredited this year. But I think we're probably going to leave this conference with maybe 7 or 8 of the 9 members of our de novo group that'll be nationally accredited. So, we're all, again, it's that commitment to doing it right.
Awesome. Let's talk about Inside the Lamp. So you were here last year for our first annual conference, back again this year. What was your favorite part of last year's conference, and what are you most looking forward to this year?
I'm really looking forward this year to looking back at what we talked about doing last year and how much of it we've been able to implement this year. So last year was the first one, and we kind of came here not really knowing what to expect. And you talked about all the things that you were bringing to the table. And of course, AI was in its kind of infancy at that point.
It's crazy to think about.
Yeah.
A little over a year ago, AI was barely a thing. Now it's something we use like every day. It's crazy.
Yeah, it really is. But it's amazing to be able to look back and see all the things that you said you were going to do that you've been able to do. And that's really what I'm looking forward to, is kind of doing a comparison. And then obviously paying attention to the things that AI is going to allow us to do in the next 12 months.
Yeah, we have some very exciting announcements and some very exciting demos to do, and some very exciting things to look forward to. So it should be a very fun conference.
It's exciting.
Very cool.
It's always great to be here.
Awesome. Well, Steve, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Always a pleasure.
Thanks.
You want to do a picture?